Hey, there's Jim. Okay, so we've gotten through five, the first five moves of the form, and when we get through the sixth move, we will have done the first section of the form. This is a 24 move form. There are four sections, each obviously have six moves in them. So once we get those six moves, we're going to slow down for a while and we're just going to practice those six moves over and over and over again. But let's do the form from the beginning through the fifth move, and then we'll go back into the fifth move and make sure everybody's got it. All right. So from the beginning. So I can remember the first private lesson I had with Master Jean. And of course, the traditional way to do this is for the teacher to turn their back to you and you follow them, whether it's just one person or a whole class of 40 people. The problem with that is I couldn't see what he was doing. So he would do the same move over and over, and I would be running around him, in front, on the sides, trying to understand what he's doing. Um, but I think you've got enough background now. Let me do one with my back to you, and that may help with the transition here. So does that help, or does it make it worse?
Neutral.
No, it
Neutral.
does help. It does help because we can, I mean, I can see the weight shift more
Yeah,
easily.
yeah. Well, that's good. You know, every different angle gives you a little bit different information.
You can always also see your heels raise up, and you can see a different angle on the feet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll mix in a little bit of each then. Okay, let's do it a few more times, but now you guys are going to do it. So, Jim, why don't you do it twice? First time facing us, the second time with your back to us. Good. All right. And one more time.
Never done it without looking at myself. I'll get lost.
Okay, good. Catherine, you want to try one or up to you?
I'm tired, so I prefer to keep my energy for the class.
No, no problem. Okay. Um, so I wanted to show you guys a little video. I promised you, I think last week. So I found that video. I'm going to show you. So this is a video of that karate chop to the base of the neck that will knock someone out. And don't do this as a joke because it will knock someone out, and you can really hurt them. And they can hurt themselves when they go out and they fall and they hit their head. Right? Nevertheless, it's really interesting to see what actually a small motion can do. So we're going to watch this video. It's in a Marine barracks. You'll see the drill sergeant. He's got his sergeant's stripes on, and he's talking to one of the guys there. And he wants the guy to teach him a move because he, for whatever reason, he wasn't there when they taught that in his classes. So the guy's going to show him the move. And then the part of the video that I love the most is the very last second where you see the teacher's reaction to the guy going out. And it's, believe me, this is a definition of guys, right? So hold on a second. Okay, Kevin, what do you see on your screen?
A black screen of your desktop.
Okay, hold on.
Beware of the knife hands.
The whole thing is you gotta show me how to do it because you guys test it out and I'm not gonna mess up.
Have you seen it?
You know what I'm saying? What the knife
Yes, we can.
I messed all that crap up. See videos? Yeah, you should. Wow. Anyway, you know how to do it. Yeah.
It's off.
No, we don't see anything.
Oh, all right, hold on.
Yeah, you had it for a second.
Like, how hard do you have to hit them though? Good little pop. Like, all right, demonstrate it. Like, show you. Let me hit you. Yeah.
Guys, I don't know why the computer does this. I'm sorry. We'll try one more time and then I'm going to give up on it. Okay.
The whole thing is you gotta show me how to do it because you guys
Yes,
test
so
it
far-
out and I'm not gonna mess up.
It went off again.
What the knife hand?
All right.
I messed all that crap up. See videos? Yeah, you should. Wow.
So much for that.
Well, now it's on. Now it's back.
Now it's on? Now do you see it?
Just leave it there and hit play. See what happens.
All right.
Lost it. Don't go to full screen. Just leave it on the.
You see it?
The whole thing
Yes.
is you gotta show me how to do it
So
because
far,
you guys test it out and I'm not gonna mess up. You know what I'm saying? What the knife hand? I messed all that crap up. See videos? Yeah, you should. Wow. Anyway, you know how to do it? Yeah. Well, show me. You gotta get your base of warrior stance with your knife hand. Go in. Get it right there. Like, how hard do you have to hit them though? Good little pop. Like, all right, demonstrate it. Like, show you. Let me hit you. Yeah.
He's in hysterics. It's so fun.
He's laughing. Okay. I gotta stop this. I gotta stop.
Now you're back.
I have no idea how to run this computer anymore. I'm sorry. It's just a mess. Used to work just fine. So, as you can see, it's not a big punch. It's just a little whack to the side of the neck. So, Catherine, don't do this when you're out drinking Friday night because you might kill somebody. All right. So we actually use things called knife hands, right? And a knife hand, the fingers tile on top of each other like this. Master Zhang used to say they're like roof tiles. All right, the ring finger tiles on top of the little finger, the middle finger on the ring finger, the index finger, so the fingers support each other, and the hands act like knives. The very first move of the form could be, all right, could be like that. Now you don't even squeeze your fingers together hard. You just relax them. Boom. Okay. Let's go over the fifth move that we just learned a little bit and see if we can solidify this a little. Relax. When you relax, you're gonna turn your weight. You just relax with all your weight on one side. You're naturally gonna turn to the right just a little bit, without even thinking about it. All right? You just relax. Well, that's the wind up for that. All right? Relax, wind up, and hit. Right? Now your waist is turned a little bit to the left. Right? You turn it back to the right and come down to meet your right shoulder. And what you might be doing is trapping someone. So someone puts their hand on you, right? You trap the hand. You're not trying to crush it. You just sort of glue yourself to it. Relax, turn a little to the right, back to the left, back to the right, and now the right hand goes down, the left hand comes up. And now you turn your waist to the right, to the left, to the right, so that you make a reverse S curve. Okay. Open. Open. Those two circles are not exactly the same. All right. One of the first one is more round. The second one is kind of got a little flatter top. All right. So the first one goes round and big. The second one is a little flatter along the top. And then sink, turn your waist right, left, right, left. So this whole first part of the move, the whole move actually, but certainly this first part, is really just about moving your waist back and forth. And the amount of power that you can generate out of that. All right. So if you were This is actually sort of hidden in there, but if you were throwing a forward elbow strike, right, I'll do it without the waist. Right? I can't do it without the waist, right? But if you shift your weight and turn your waist and let that action throw your elbow, right, you get about 10 times more power than just trying to use your shoulder. Right, relax a little to the left and then to the right. Back to center. Right hand down, left hand up. And now the waist to the left and back to the right. Right? Big arc, like a big arc. And then down and flat. So you're could be basically doing the same thing with those circles. And you can think of somebody coming up and putting their hands on your shoulders, or they're going for your neck or something. What you do is you come up between their hands, but you don't come up with your hands first. You come up with your center line first. You stick your center line in there. Boom. This is like the edge of an axe. You stick that in, and then you open your chest. Open your chest, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. Right? So essentially what you're doing is spiraling open on both sides. So you're going to start down in the Mingmen, the back of the Danqian here, and you're going to come up into the Tanzhong and then out both arms to the fingertips, right? You start low. You come high. And then again, back down to the Danqian, up to the center chest, but now instead of coming all the way up like that, you just let it come out. It's actually exactly the same thing, because you're spiraling. Spiral, spiral, spiral. Right? Spiral. Boom. But instead of going up, now you're going out. The advantage to going out is you stay in greater contact with the guy's arms. So if I come up and his arm is coming in, he's on me like this or something, right? I don't know how I can show you this. Right? You come up and you kind of wrap around his arms. The first one you might think of is just knock the guy off. The second one is you wrap around him. And then you can pull him down by sinking. Sinking on is not pressing down with your shoulders. It's wrapping around, and then the whole body sinks. So the center sinks, and the arms come with it. So you can pull, right? You can pull the guy down just like that. Right? So from the beginning again, relax, turn to the right, to the left, back to center, right hand goes down, left hand comes up, and then the Danqian turns, turns, turns. The hand is following the Danqian. The Danqian is following the mind. Right? Big circle. Flat top circle. Right? And now watch the Danqian. It turns to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Now, when you're moving like that, doesn't always go this way, but this one it does. You're also going back and forth inside the body. All right? So you come forward to the Dantian. Now you go back. Not only is the Dantian turning this way, you're going back into the Mingmen, the back of the Dantian. Right? So the forward part of the Dantian, the back of the Dantian. The forward part of the Dantian, the back of the Dantian. Right? And that, being aware of that, not only of this rotational move, but of this level move, this ping move, that's your engine. That's where the power comes from, not from your arms. The arms are on top of that, a little bit like icing on the cake. Relax. Hit. Turn back to center. Press down, come up. Reverse S curve. Big arc circle. Flat top circle. To the front of the Dantian, the back of the Dantian, the front of the Dantian, the back of the Dantian, and sink. Right? Everything relaxes down to the ground. So, this is one where if you're comfortable with it, you should raise your knee. If you're not comfortable with it, it's okay just to sort of fake it. So, there's lots of moves in the form where you essentially do the same thing. Right? You're basically kneeing someone. And you want to be able to add that in to the form. If you're not comfortable with that, if it's impossible to keep your balance, or it hurts your hip, or it hurts your back, don't do it. You can just fake it. Right? Fake it means this. There's nothing wrong with that. I know masters who do that. Right? So if you can do it, it's good to do. How you do it is, I wish there was someone here to hold on to me while I do this really slow. Right? You raise your knee a little bit to the outside, and then you bring it in. All right? You drop the foot down and you scooch out. You don't do this. Boudet. If you've ever had a cat, and you watch a cat when it's hunting, right? What they'll do when they're trying to sneak up on something is they'll put their paw out, kind of searching the ground a little bit. That's what you're doing with your foot, right? You're searching, right? You could just bring that foot back in, which means you've got to keep your weight on the right leg. Right? A little bit out, in, down, and then search out, and only when you find it's okay, right, do you relax and move your weight forward onto this leg. Right? So remember, everything in Tai Chi is done in circles and spirals. And of course, a spiral is just a series of circles, right? It's just a series of circles moving through time. There's always 4 different energies in there, right? Pum, Lu, An, Chi. It's the same with your knee. All right? Peng, Lu, An, Qi. You have to express each of those energies. You don't want to skip over them. So you want to do this slowly, and doing it slowly is kind of difficult in a way because it will challenge your balance. So let me give you a couple of hints. One thing is, don't leave your foot out here like this, because that's going to unbalance you. When you raise your knee, keep your foot in. All right? It's in more towards your leg. So Peng, Lu, An, Qi. And you just practice that until you get used to it. If you can do it, great. If you need to edit it a little bit and just go Peng, Lu, An, Qi, that's fine too. Okay? The application I described for you is a yin application. It's a defensive application. All right? So I'm trying to see whether there's space out there for me to move ahead. There is also a yang application, right, where you're breaking someone's ankle. Boom. All right? You just come right onto their ankle. And I actually know a good movie shot of that too, from a Japanese movie. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that, right? Peng, Lu, An, Qi. One other thing that'll help your balance. Watch my foot here. I'm going to try to do it from the side a little bit. Right? Peng, Lu. You see how I'm not letting my toes drop. I'm lifting my foot like I'm going to step up onto a really tall step. When you pull your foot up flat, it will help your balance a lot. Peng, Lu, An, Qi. Shift your weight, and then as your weight comes by the Dan Qian, let it lift this hand all the way up till it's equal with the right hand. And now your weight is about 70% to the left, 30% to the right. Now bring it back 70, 80% to the right. Come up, go over so your thumb is almost up on your nipple, right? And now sink again and come up to this hand. But you notice this hand is actually coming in. You don't want to leave it out here and try to stretch out like that. So both hands are coming in toward the center line. All right, so there's a lot going on here with this. Peng, Lu, An, Qi. Bring your weight to the left. Bring your weight to the right. Up, over, and let that lift your fingers. So someone's got your hand like this. All right? And now you're going to use your body to, they've got a hold of you, you're going to use your body to move them. So you're kind of welding this hand onto your ribs. You don't want to try, this is a reversal. This is how do you get out of a joint lock. You don't want this hand out here like this because you don't have any leverage out there. Right? The guy's just going to kill your arm. Instead, you want your hand right in on your body, and when you want to move your hand, your whole body is moving. Now you've got good leverage. It's very difficult for him to do anything, right? And you spin his hand around, and now you're already going out to another move, right? You bring this hand in, bring this hand up, and now remember, It's the calf, the hip, the shoulder, the elbow, and then the hand. All right? It's a big spiral. And this hand goes back out. All right? Comes in, goes back out, and then at the end, boom. What's the boom? Well, the boom is you sinking your weight again. Boom, into your midriff and into the ground. From the beginning. Relax to the right, back to the left, back to the center, left, right. Big circle, flat top circle, and turn the waist right, left, right, left, sink. Right? Very relaxed. Pong, Lu, on, Ji, open. Now, if you watch Master Feng, at least in the earlier videos, you might see something like this. All right, and that's interesting to look at and kind of get an idea of where he's winding up and then where he's expressing energy outward. But don't try it yourself. You'll just hurt your back. But it will give you an idea of where the yin and where the yang is a little bit. I'll see if I can dig some videos up for next time. I really like single whip. I think it's a lot of fun. One more. Ji, Pong, Lu, on, Ji. Okay, questions?
At the end, your weight is equally on the right and on the left.
No, your weight is never equally on the right and left, ever.
Okay, so where is the weight?
Only for a split second while you're moving your weight is it side to side.
When
And-
you
Yeah, right? What you just did was throw somebody. So your weight there's going to be more on this leg because that's the action, right, than on this leg. However, it's not 100%. It's maybe 70%, 30%, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
Could be 80%, could even be 60%. But I will tell you, if you throw somebody, there's different ways to think about all these applications. So the guy's gonna throw a backhand. He's standing over here and he's gonna go like that to you. And what you do is you intercept that. And since it's already coming in this direction, all you have to do is pull it this way. And then you come right underneath his arm and you throw him. You might even step behind him, so you're throwing him over your knee here. So you're gonna use a lot of your body weight to make that work. Other questions? Um, Catherine, I think it was you who asked this question. I'm not sure. My memory is not what it used to be. Didn't you ask the other day or last weekend something about what the eyes do? Did you ask that question? Or was it Jill?
No, but I always wonder what the eyes do.
Well, for the most part, where your eyes go, your mind goes. And where your mind goes, your chi goes. So you have to be a little careful about your eyes. If if you're Kevin, right, and a really good-looking woman walks across the practice field, and he's, his his mind is chi, and his body is going to go in that direction. So, yes, of course you have to use your eyes, but just be a little careful with them. You want to learn something about your balance. Once you know the form, right, even if it's just really basic choreography, once you know the form, try it once with your eyes closed. You will learn a lot about balance. Now, the truth is, you should be able to do the form perfectly with your eyes closed. But you will not even be able to do the first couple of moves. It's you realize how much your eyes are important for your balance. However, that's not really physiological. That's a habit. And a habit can be overwritten if you're willing to take the time to retrain yourself to feel your sense of balance without the use of your eyes. And there are a lot of athletic sports where they train with their eyes closed. Now, not all the time, but they do train with their eyes closed once in a while, because your proprioceptive balance is actually more important than your visual balance. And most people rely almost exclusively on visual balance, and they have rather poor proprioceptive balance. But you can train yourself to up your proprioceptive game and not depend so much on the visual. So it's a complicated answer to that simple question, but that's it, right? And it's really interesting when you do it with your eyes closed. You're in a different world, a much more interior world. In a lot of ways, you can learn a lot more about your body inside with your eyes closed than with them open. Jim, did you want to say something?
Well, I just wanted to say that the San Francisco Giants batting lineup plays with their eyes closed.
Well, yeah, the Mets have been doing that for generations. Right? So they've got the Giants beat on that.
Serious note, I do a lot of Qigong sessions we do with my eyes closed. It's
Yeah,
tremendous for balance.
yeah, exactly. It really will improve your balance. Just be a little careful when you do it, especially when you do the Tai Chi form, that you're not tripping over a footstool or something. But Catherine, are you trying it with your eyes closed? It's hard, isn't it? It's really different.
It's hard, but at the same time, I feel with my eyes closed, I really feel the spiral and the circle, and much more than when my eyes are open.
Yes,
I feel the space.
absolutely. Yes, that is exactly right. You will feel your inner energy body much more clearly
Yeah,
with your eyes closed. So it's an interesting little thing to add to your practice. Right?
yeah, I will.
Okay. Any other questions? Any last questions? All right, guys, practice up this week. We'll pick it up again next Saturday. Ciao.